Reggie Boston going for a sweep of the Texas Triangle, which is unheard of. The Celtics have not done it since the 86-87 season. Unheard of in particular with all three teams in Texas in the upper echelon. Beautiful pass from Perkins to set it up for Garnett.
Well, when you started off like this, you'd think they're trying to go for the Texas Triangle sweep right here. I've never done it in my 18-year career with Indiana. And we got a 7-game road winning streak of Jerry Stackhouse. But they've lost 7 in a row here in Dallas, but they beat the defending champions on Monday. They snapped Houston's 22-game winning streak. Let's see what happens tonight.
Celtics, as Allen is sent flying, coming off the win in Houston by 20 over the Rockets. As you take a look at the 5-game road trip, this is game number 4. They finish up at New Orleans Saturday night. They have, as you mentioned, won the first 3 on the trip. Foul was called on Dampier. And the Dallas Mavericks, in losing to the Lakers on Tuesday, ended a 5-game winning streak. However, the Mavs have not beaten a team over 500 since the All-Star break, or since the Jason Kidd trade. So they're 0-6 against 500 or better.
Down by 25 against the Lakers just the other night. Now, they did come back and make it a respectable game. Dirk Nowitzky had a shot to win it, but a lot of boo words were out in that game.
Yeah, the Mavericks were hearing the boos from the crowd. Right here, Josh Howard hears the cheers. Celtics have a 4-2 lead.
And that's a welcoming sight for Avery Johnson to try to get Josh Howard into the game quickly offensively. He has really struggled since the Jason Kidd trade. I know this would be a big plus if you can get Josh Howard going offensively early.
Now, when that trade was made, as we see Paul Pierce take it to the rim, you would think, although Josh was playing with lower back problems, you would think that he and Kidd would work together extremely well. Nowitzky able to drill it.
So he's Jason Kidd's kind of player because he's going to get on the wings and run. He's going to rebound, and those alley-oops are going to be there. But when you have lower back problems, it prohibits you from doing things that you're accustomed to doing.
And I know the feeling is also that Josh, although shooting well at 52% the last 5 games, feeling is he's forcing shots. He was 6 for 14 the other night against the Lakers. Not all quality shots. Ray Allen right back to it after missing the previous 3 with that jammed left ankle. And here's Howard. Ball is deflected out, and last touch by Howard.
Well, those are one of the forced shots or quick shots that Josh Howard has to stay away with. One pass up, you try to take Ray Allen off the dribble baseline, it's a forced shot. You can get a better shot with that throughout the offense.
Are you surprised as to how well Rondo has played?
I'm not surprised, just for the simple fact he's had all year to mature with this team. I mean, it's a veteran-laden team. As the ball is on the rim right there, Jason Kidd comes over with it. It's a veteran-led team, and he understands what his role is, and that's the big thing.
We're talking about a second-year player as Nowitzky banks it home. Celtics with an 8-6 lead. Rondo in his second season out of Kentucky, and he is presented with a lineup that includes Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, who did play with Paul Pierce last season. That pass by Rondo's off the bar.
Well, it's 3 potential Hall of Famers, and these are 3 guys, though, that have sacrificed to come to this team. He's not going to the Seattle Supersonics as Dampier gets it down low, not able to convert. But he's not going where the guys are saying, throw me the ball, throw me the ball, throw me the ball. Right now, everyone is on equal footing here.
That was rejected. Pierce looking for the goal. Howard at the other end is fouled by Perkins. But my point is, some guys, some young players, would be intimidated by the prospect of playing with those type of players.
And you can get caught up at times, but I think the best thing that happened really for all these Celtics was that overseas trip they took at the start of preseason when they went overseas and played some of the European teams. It was a chance for all of them to bond and get on the same page. And if you speaking with Kevin Garnett before the season, he says this is going to be the biggest thing for us, as Paul Pierce was wondering, was this a goaltend? And I'd say yes, because it looked like it was on the glass right there. Missed call by the officials. But you like to have trips like that before the season so everyone can get on the same page. And obviously, looking throughout the season so far, the Celtics have done that.
Best record in the NBA, on the road 25-8. They've won their last 7. Best road record in the NBA, 25 up, 8 down. Three-point attempt by Pierce, back tap, and handled by Nowitzky. Here comes Kidd. Celtics get back. Kidd on the penetration, hands to Stackhouse and score. That's what Avery Johnson wants to see more of, his 10th steal. Stackhouse for 3, yes. Avery saying that he wants to see more penetration from Jason Kidd. 2 outstanding plays by Kidd.
And speaking with Doc Rivers, he says this is the kind of energy that he knew the Mavericks were going to come out with, led by Jason Kidd. They needed to get into the games quickly. 21-1 when they win the first quarter. It's imperative that they play well early.
Garnett missing. Perkins with the rebound and puts it home. Kendrick Perkins out of Beaumont, Texas, had to round up the 30 extra tickets for tonight's game. That stops a 9-0 run by Dallas. Rondo able to knock it aside from Kidd. Oh, the dive by Garnett, and he called for time to hold on to the possession.
Now, you want to know why he's a superstar? You've got your best player diving on the floor. We've been hearing lately of the criticism by Glenn Taylor, the owner, talking about Kevin Garnett tanking it last season, the last 5 ball games. This is not a tank right here. Good hands by Rondo right there. And look at the best player on the Celtics on the floor, calling for the ball, calling for a timeout right here. Sees the loose ball. You've got the Jason Kidd and Kevin Garnett, the 2 best premier players for their respective teams. Which player's on the floor? Kevin Garnett.
And Garnett calling the timeout, so it will be Celtic ball off the steal. Good play made by Rondo to knock it aside away from Kidd. The Mavericks with a 13-10 lead. For Dallas, it is game 2 of a 4-game homestand. The Spurs and the Clippers to follow. Talking about the aftermath to the loss by Dallas the other night. Avery Johnson saying we played like we were in apologetic mode, like we should not even be here. He said the Lakers played like their basketball lives depended on it. Here's Allen. Yes, Ray Allen again. And that's the major reason that Doc Rivers was concerned. He felt particularly after the Mavericks read about themselves and listen to all the talk radio shows the last 24 hours, they would come out and look for a burst. Well, they had that burst a moment ago with the 9 consecutive points. Howard comes up short, and here come the Celtics. 3-on-2, and it's a carry. Bombing violation on Rondo.
And that's if there's any knock on Rondo, it's sometimes he gets ahead of himself. Right there, he had a wide-open Ray Allen on the left wing. He tried to make a very difficult drive into the lane instead of making this simple play.
Mavs with the 1-point lead. 5 minutes gone by here at the start. Physical matchup between Garnett and Nowitzky. Garnett with the block from behind. The outlet for Rondo. Try to stuff it, but Pierce there to follow.
Looks like Rondo took out a little further than he expected right there. Nice outlet by Kevin Garnett. You got to be able to finish those plays. Nice for Paul Pierce to follow up with the hustle.
Stackhouse, strip, and the ball last touched by Stackhouse. So the Celtics get it back. Following that 9-0 run by Dallas, Boston with 6 unanswered. Red, do you feel you have a little bit more room to operate here at the table?
It's very spacious. Czar,
Mike Fratello not with us, working the Laker-Utah game, the second of the doubleheader. He'll be working with Dick Stockton. That is coming up following the Celtics and the Mavs. And Boston is on fire. Garnett gives his team a 16-13 lead. Stackhouse played by Pierce. Dampier comes over to set the screen. Nowitzky. See Garnett going for the swipe. Dampier really took the backboard down with him.
You know, since Jop and the trade to bring Jason Kidd over from New Jersey, I really felt that Eric Dampier was playing his best. And obviously, that a lot has to do with that is Jason Kidd, but he's been more active, especially on the offensive glass for the Mavericks.
Oh, nice fake by Garnett. Nowitzky with the rebound. Here comes Kidd. You can see Dampier got down in a hurry, but Garnett broke it up. Allen finds Rondo, whips it right back. Here's Perkins. Garnett with the tip. Celtics 18, Mavericks 15. Stackhouse with no one back. Have a clear lane.
Lack of communication there by the Celtics, not getting back after the putback by Garnett. Got to be able to call out man-u ball.
And that's unusual for a Boston team that excels at the defensive end. Pierce got the step, and that'll count. Dampier called for goaltending. Just under 5 remaining in this opening quarter, and the Celtics lead 20-17. These clubs flying up and down the court here at the start.
And right now, that pace favors the Mavericks. The Celtics really don't want that as Allen comes up with the steal.
All right, here's Allen giving it up, and he has to pull it back with Dallas getting back down court. Shot clock to 7. Perkins. Little jump hook by Kendrick Perkins. Jason Kidd indicates a timeout. Celtics lead by 5. Jerry Stackhouse with the clear path of the miscommunication.
Johnson was heard as responding, saying, "Then you coach the team." Both Cuban and Johnson since have downplayed the confrontation, and the players I talked today said they hope there are no lingering effects. As for Cuban, he is absent tonight, fulfilling a family commitment.
All right, thank you, Craig. As we resume, 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Here's Kidd shooting for 3. Kept alive. Howard with the bucket. Basket does count. Would have been a goaltend had it not gone in. Both Mark Cuban and Avery Johnson, as Craig indicated, have low-keyed what took place, and both saying everything's fine. Reggie, we've seen a number of heated exchanges in our production truck, I would say, on a nightly basis. In fact, earlier there was some pushing and shoving. A couple of noogies involved. Here's Ray Allen on a quick release for 3.
Well, I will say this, where there's smoke, there's fire. So when both guys are down playing it, that means there's something that went on. And I think some of his Rondo, second turnover of carrying the ball. You know, I think the biggest complaint from Mark Cuban was about Brandon Bass and his play the other night against the Lakers. Only 13 minutes. It was a high-energy game, and he's one of their high-energy players.
How about 3 assists, 4 turnovers committed by Rondo. Here's Stackhouse. He's feeling it. Good start. 9 points for Stackhouse, and the Mavs are within 1.
Stack came into this game with a career low 10 points, has 9 tonight. Looks like he really has his legs underneath his jump shot.
Pierce tried the finger roll, rebounded by Nowitzky. Nowitzky accelerates, got the step, and Garnett, who commits the foul. Nice move by Dirk.
And Jerry Stackhouse coming in, averaging a career-low 10 points. Seems to be having the feeling tonight.
Taylor questioned the truth of that claim. Earlier, Craig Sager talked about this with Kevin Garnett.
Sam Mitchell told me this a long time ago. He said, you take care of yourself, and you do what you can do. And at the end of the night, you look at yourself in the mirror, and you ask yourself truthfully, did I do everything I could do? And if you can live with that, then so be it. You know, people are going to say what they got to say, and people are going to say what they want to say. But just because you're a billionaire doesn't make you, full of taste and class. So it's cool with me.
To further the story, Taylor was summoned by the league office, and he has been reprimanded for inappropriate comments detrimental to the integrity of the game.
I don't know if reprimanded means a fine involved, which obviously would have very little effect on an owner, but there was action taken by the NBA.
Well, the comments were personal, and in my opinion, way out of bounds. I mean, this guy is an 11-time All-Star for the Timberwolves, league MVP in 2004, outstanding in the community. Now, I agree with Kevin. For Glenn Taylor to make those comments, it lets you know sometimes money can't buy class. It really can't. And this is a guy that I've known personally over the last 10-plus years, and he's always given 100%. And I've played against him, and it's just out of bounds for those comments.
Well, Sam Cassell, who was a teammate of Garnett's in Minnesota, now a teammate of Kevin Garnett in Boston, said you ask anyone in the organization if Kevin tanks anything, be it games, or practice, and Sam says, I wish he did tank practices. All right, here's Howard for three. Yes. Josh Howard from downtown. Mavericks have taken a 26-22 lead as we come up on 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. A 9-0 run once again by the Mavericks. Garnett pops it out. Allen for three. Rebounded by Nowitzky. Here comes Kidd. Howard. And Perkins able to grab it. Cassell just checked in. Nice setup. Beautiful pass. Cassell combining with Garnett.
And when they went out and got Sam Cassell off the waiver wires, this is the type of control and leadership they were looking from Sam Cassell. Came in off the bench and steadied the ship.
Cassell coming out with James Posey. Doc Rivers making some changes. Stackhouse rebounded by Posey. He forced it. And the ball back to Dallas, or was it touched? Well, apparently it was touched by Nowitzky, and the Celtics maintained possession with 12 on the shot clock. Here's Jason Terry coming on. He'll replace Jerry Stackhouse. And now Brandon Bass comes on.
Little pump fake for Sam Cassell, gets into the lane. The defense collapse, finds a wide open Kevin Garnett for the easy deuce.
Leon Poe in for the first time for the Celtics. Second-year player out of California, has been playing very well. Allen with the fadeaway. Here comes Terry. Good for Bass and a foul. That'll put Bass at the line. Foul is on Poe. Leon Poe with a strong game off the bench the other night against the Rockets, 21 points. So here's Brandon Bass for two, as we remind you that national coverage of the NBA continues tomorrow on NBA TV. The Nuggets and the Nets coverage starting 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday on ABC, it's the Spurs and Mavericks starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then Sunday night on ESPN, the Pistons and the Wizards starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. P.J. Brown checking in for Boston. P.J. convinced to come out of retirement, signed with the Celtics as a free agent after spending last year with the Bulls. Mavs up by 3 with 35 seconds to play in this first quarter. Posey and Kidd pushing it. Howard is met by Brown. Terry. Loose ball foul, says Steve Javy. And that'll put the Celtics over the foul limit. It's on Cassell. Sam Cassell playing his 6th game as a member of the Celtics. 15-year man. Same for P.J. Brown. Both guys with much playoff experience. Sam Cassell, in fact, member of 2 NBA championship teams with the Houston Rockets his first 2 seasons. He says he was so young at the time he did not have a full understanding of what was accomplished by winning those 2 titles. He says now he does.
Well, when you get success early, it gets kind of forgetful as the years go on. But Doc Rivers got 2 guys that he could count on in the clutch. And come playoff time, this was a boost for the Celtics to get 2 guys after the All-Star break who understand that winning is the most important thing for this organization.
18 seconds remaining in the first, so the Celtics can hold for a final shot. Mavericks now lead 29-24. Evan George is checked in for Dallas, defending on Cassell. He had a foul to give. Foul on George. And now Rondo over to the scorer's table. And he will come back.
Celtics going small right now. Doc Rivers putting in a lot of perimeter players to try to drive and kick or get into the lane and finish.
Avery Johnson countering with Jason Kidd. 6 seconds to play in this first quarter. Posey will throw in. Kidd all over Rondo. Here's Rondo firing to the corner. Allen for 3. Well, that's the end of the first here in Dallas. And the Mavericks hearing the cheers from the crowd. They lead the Celtics 29-24. Dallas ending this first quarter on a 12-2 run. NBA Thursday is presented by the United States Marine Corps. Just a moment ago, Craig Sager talked with Celtics head coach Doc Rivers.
Well, Coach, your team leads the league in virtually every defensive category, but tonight 29 points, Dallas making 2 9-0 runs. Where's the defense breaking down?
Why are you bringing all this stuff up?
Because you're behind 29-24.
No, it's no doubt. I mean, they're just beating us down the floor, Craig. They're beating us down the floor. They're beating us off the dribble. Our secondary help guy is not there. And if we don't do something about it, it's going to continue.
It's been a great road trip, but how important is it for the team to finish off the Texas Triangle?
Oh, we have to. I mean, we would love to. It'd be great for us. It's a tough trip, no doubt. I think our guys will be up for the challenge. Thanks.
And Doc's philosophy is clear-cut. In talking with him earlier, he says he wants to win it all this year. He says, don't think you have to wait a year to win it. The ball's knocked away by Eddie House, who just checked in. Doc says it doesn't work like that. We have to go for it all now.
Well, we posed that question to him because the Dallas Mavericks were in the same situation last year. They were 57-11, and Avery kind of took the pedal off as Jason Terry's desperation 3 doesn't go. Kind of put his foot off the pedal, and we all know how that works out going out in the first round against Golden State. Doc says, no, we're not letting off. We're going to play everyone. I might cut the minutes back a little bit, but everyone's going to go full board. Now, we might not practice as much, but we're still going to go for it.
There's House on a quick release, getting it over Terry. Eddie House now the back over Sam Cassell. The Mavericks lead 29-26 as the second quarter gets underway. Teron Lue, recent addition to the Dallas roster, is in the backcourt with Terry. There's Lue giving it right back. Terry rejected. Poe coming up with the rejection. And the bucket and the foul.
It's funny how Doc, as well as Avery, have gone to their 2 energy guys. Poe does a good job of coming up here with the block right here. Jason Terry thinks he has the teardrop. He runs the floor. Sam Cassell tries to get the fake, gets the little bounce pass, going to the line for an and 1. But both coaches have gone towards their energy players. Brandon Bass for the Mavericks, and Doc Rivers has gone with Leon Poe to try to give that shot in the arm for each team.
Blake Allen called on the foul. Leon Poe, second-year player out of the University of California, originally a second-round pick of Denver and then dealt to the Celtics, and he has been a gem off the bench. Minute and a half gone by in the second quarter. Here is Allen. Back comes House. Cassell putting moves on Terry. Terry did not go for it. Now the shot by Cassell. George met on a switch by Sam Cassell. This is Brandon Bass. Ron Luke tried to use the screen. Allen. Yes, Malik Allen came to the Mavericks in that deal involving Jason Kidd and Kevin Harris. Started the season with the Nets. Oh, with a nice pass, and Posey puts it down.
Well, it was an excellent setup by Posey after he gave the inbounder down screen pass right there. Really set up Tyrone Lue right there to get into the lane for the easy bucket.
Players go flying. House tripped up. Terry went down. Terry tried to use the screen. Allen played by Brown. Good job by P.J. Brown. Slapped it away. And it's a shot clock. Well, it would have been a shot clock violation, but the Celtics took it away. Cassell off the spin. Rejected. Sam able to recover and will reset. Game is tied at 31. Sam always plays with that smile, has that big grin going at all times. Oh, is turned back, and now it's a shot clock violation against the Celtics.
Well, Sam really doesn't know a lot of the plays. He only knows about 4 or 5 plays.
So that's a nervous grin at this point.
It is a little bit nervous. See the nice setup here by James Posey. Cuts one way, gets into the lane for the easy lay-in.
Member of the championship team in Miami, and Eddie House has played in 24 career playoff games. And recall conversations we had with Doc Rivers earlier in the season where we were asking, well, are you going to add some more people? And we said, well, we're going to wait until the trade deadline. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, he knew they had eyes on certain players. Obviously, Sam Cassell being one of them. They lured P.J. Brown out of retirement.
Bass able to go glass. Brandon Bass has been a good pickup by way of the Hornets for the Mavericks. Dallas now leads 33-31. Marv Albert, Reggie Miller, Craig Sager were in Dallas, Texas. Nice move by Posey, and that ties the game.
There's no way that Lue can guard James Posey down on the block. They're going to have to send help, or Lue is going to have to try to find a way to front him.
Ron Lue playing his 5th game as a member of the Mavs. Shot clock down to 6. That's a 3-point attempt by George. And last touch by Bass. The Celtics at 54-13. Best record in the NBA. They've won their last 13 of the last 14 to 1 defeat in that 14-game stretch, which stopped a 10-game winning streak. They lost at home to Utah by 18, their worst loss of the season. Nice ball movement. Cassell cannot finish, and it's run down by Allen. Well, the Mavs are 44-24. They have won 5 of the last 6 after losing 3 in a row, but they lost to the Lakers at Utah, and that at home here against Houston. Here is Lue with a teardrop. Oh, look out. Bass went down hard after the miss. 5 minutes gone by in the second, and a defensive 3-second violation is called on Dallas.
Well, you know, speaking with Doc Rivers, after they lost that game against the Utah Jazz at home, they were getting ready to start this 5-game trip, and he's like, it's imperative that we win that first game against Milwaukee. That was the game that we had to have, obviously coming down here for the Texas Triangle.
Doc said we were very professional in that game. We went out, we knew we had to win it. That's exactly what the Celtics did. You see the Eastern Conference standings. The battle is for that number 8 spot and for number 5 and 6, with Washington just a half game behind Toronto.
Philadelphia can move up a little bit and catch Washington. Philadelphia playing fantastic as of late.
Incidentally, that 10-game win streak by the Celtics the first 10-game win streak in nearly 22 years since back in 85-86 when they won 14 in a row. Paul Pierce, who just checked back in, able to hit that long jumper. Celtics now lead 36-33. Pierce has 8 points. Kid and Terry now in the backcourt for Dallas. Nowitzky fires a 3. Brown with the rebound, hits the deck but got it to Pierce. Look out, Cassell avoids Terry. Cassell all the way, lost it. And back comes Terry. He has a 3-on-2 development. Terry puts the speed on. He's rejected by Brown. Here come the Celtics on a 3-on-2. House, Cassell, yes.
DJ Brown anchoring the defense for the Celtics. Like we said, lured out of retirement by Doc Rivers, doing a good job, active on the defensive end.
Nowitzky feeling for Poe as they clear it out. Cassell over to help. Offensive foul. Excellent defensive play by Poe, and Avery Johnson is upset, and he's been hit with a technical.
Avery Johnson cannot believe that was a charge on Dirk Nowitzky right there. He felt that Poe wasn't moving his feet to come up with the defensive end right here. Dirk Nowitzky trying to shake Leon Poe right here. Leon Poe does a good job of moving his feet and taking it in his chest.
Back to December 2001, the longest sellout streak in the NBA. Eddie House will shoot the technical that was handed out to Avery Johnson. And here is why Avery was upset.
Well, he felt that Poe was crowding him a little too much and didn't move his feet, and really, he's the one that initiated the contact.
And it's a 15-4 run off that technical free throw by House. 15-4 for Boston to open up the second quarter. They lead 39-33. Kevin Garnett is back. Dallas with their starting lineup back on the floor. Here's Pierce, went to the left hand, and rebounded by Howard. Stackhouse posting on Cassell. And Cassell knocks it aside. Here's Ray Allen coming back. He'll replace Eddie House. Ray making his return, coming back from the jam. Left ankle, missing the last 3 games. Dallas with Kidd and Stackhouse in the backcourt. Dampier, Nowitzky, and Howard up front. Dampier gets position.
Speaking with Avery Johnson, he says the benefactor for this team in the Jason Kidd trade has been Eric Dampier. His hands have been active. He understands the pick and roll situation. If he rolls hard, he'll get the basketball. Nice finish there by Eric Dampier.
Second field goal, 4 points for Dampier. Garnett facing a double. Shot clock to 4. Down to 1. Allen, did he get it off on time? Did not matter. Nowitzky is fouled by Garnett. Garnett, his second personal.
Well, in the pick and roll situation, everyone is guarding the perimeter players, and rightfully so, because they're outstanding shooters. Dam does a good job of rolling hard, catches the ball, and likes to finish with the left hand.
Now Dampier comes out to help set the screen. Howard is open. Howard on the drive.
That's a player that's not sure of his shot. Josh Howard had a wide open shot in the corner, didn't take it.
Garnett fouled by Nowitzky. Garnett looking to make the move. Now they say Kidd. So Kidd picks it up, trying to help out, and Garnett will shoot 2.
How about the matchup? Kevin Garnett versus Dirk Nowitzky. You know, they were guarding each other right there on that particular play. They're both equally the same height, just about the same position. And I remember a few years back when KG was with the Minnesota Timberwolves in the playoffs, and Dirk had an unbelievable series, averaging 33 points, and really torched the T-Wolves. But Kevin Garnett, now it's a different day.
Garnett, a 78% free throw shooter. 10 points for Garnett. 41-35 Celtics. Coming up on 4 minutes to play in this first half. Mavericks in the number 7 spot coming into tonight. A half game behind 6th place San Antonio. Defensive 3 being called on Boston. Dallas only a game and a half over 8th place Golden State, but the Mavs just 2.5 behind the first place Hornets and Lakers. A wild race in the West, with right now Denver on the outside looking in.
It is March Madness, and everyone talks about the collegiate ranks, but in the West, every game could be an elimination for a team. You got to be able to stay focused each and every night.
And Dallas with a Sunday afternoon game here against San Antonio. How about the Spurs who play tonight, but they dropped 4 in a row. Nowitzky throws it back out. Here's Howard for 3.
Trust in your jump shot. If you're a shooter or a scorer, you have to trust in your abilities. That particular time, Josh Howard trusts in his jump shot, knocks down the 3.
That cuts the Boston lead to 2. Garnett. Nowitzky rebound. Kid not even looking for the three-point shot. There's Stackhouse for 3. And Pierre gets to it, lost it. And that's a traveling violation. Good play by Kidd. The ball back to Dallas.
Good job by Jason Kidd. Ray Allen had his head turned as the ball was coming to him. He didn't even know that Jason Kidd was in front of him. Takes an extra hop. Steve Javy right on the call. Easy travel.
Nowitzky picked up on a switch. Shoots the 3. And back comes Pierce.
Dirk can't settle him. Kinder Perkins switch. He has to take him off the dribble.
Reach and foul is called on Dallas. That's 2 on Kidd. A timeout taken with just under 3 to go in this first half. Celtics up by 2. Josh Howard lines it up from straight away. 12 points for Howard. We'll be right back.
Job with the Sixers, but I also got to give a little kudos to Billy King. That was his team. I think Ed Snyder was a little quick to pull the trigger on Billy King, the GM with the Philadelphia 76ers. He's the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm a little upset that Billy King now is at home with his team in the playoffs.
Paul Pierce able to hit Reggie lashing out tonight. I did want to mention you can log on to NBA.com to play the Drive to the NBA Finals fantasy game presented by AutoTrader.com.
Actually, now, just speaking the truth.
And the foul is called on Rondo is first. You were saying a moment ago it's much more pleasant here without the czar. Let's go to Ernie Johnson back in our Atlanta studios. Ernie.
Yeah, Marv, Reggie's right. Southwest Airlines game break coming up at the half. Charles Barkley will be here with his breakdown of the first 24 minutes. We'll update you on the Spurs and Bulls. And remember, game 2 of our double dip, the Lakers and the Jazz, who have won 19 straight at home. Now, back to Dallas. Take it away, Marv.
All right, thanks, Ernie. Nice move by Nowitzky. So the Celtic lead is now 43-41. Just under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Pierce rims out, rebound Kidd. Dallas looks to run. Here comes Howard. Oh, good hands by Nowitzky. That counts in the foul. Tough pass to handle. So Nowitzky will go to the line.
Well, a bullet pass here by Josh Howard. I didn't think that Dirk was going to be able to catch it. Good hands right there. Nice finish. And we talked about Josh Howard. If he can get out and run, he was going to get some easy ones, but he finds a wide open Dirk underneath, going to the line for the N1.
Foul committed by Pierce, his first. Mavericks their first fast break of the second quarter, and they've taken a 1-point lead.
The Mavs in a 1-2-2 zone, trying to limit the Celtics inside play.
Allen for three. Ray Allen says that's how you bust the zone, as he knocks down the corner three.
One guy you can't leave wide open on the perimeter for the Celtics.
Howard met by the double. Terrific defensive play again by Boston. They get a deflection. The shot clock down to three. Nice pass from Stackhouse to set it up. Howard has 14 points.
Boston played great defense for 22 seconds. Gave him a baseline drive and got kind of out of kilter there. Easy layup.
Game is tied at 46. Rondo. Kidd with the rebound. Celtics get back. Here's Kidd going all the way. That's what Avery Johnson wants to see more of.
So he wants Jason Kidd to be more aggressive offensively, but especially in the open court.
Dallas by 2. 7-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Garnett. Kept alive by Garnett. That shot deflected by Dampier. Final seconds of the half. Nowitzky for three. Here comes Pierce, fires it down. Allen from way downtown. So that is the end of the first half. And a good one here.
Well, the first quarter really favored the Mavericks, 29 points. They really got some easy ones. They got out into the open court. The second quarter, really the clamps of the Celtics defense really showed themselves. Now we've got a ball game.
All right, third quarter getting underway. Let's check in with Craig.
Following up on when Reggie was talking about, that's what Doc Rivers said. That second unit came in there, clamped down on the defense, played extremely well. He said, I'm still not happy with the first string, the way they're moving the ball. He says, Paul Pierce is doing a good job, but Ray Allen appears to be a little rusty from the layoff with the ankle injury. He said, however, like all great shooters, he is getting his shot attempts up. He's got 10 of those.
All right, and as this third quarter opens up, another beautiful pass from Jason Kidd for assist number 6. Josh Howard has 16 points. Open shot for Allen for 3. So Ray is now 4 of 11. That's his second from downtown.
And if you're going to double down on Kevin Garnett, the one guy you cannot leave in a rotation is Ray Allen.
Stackhouse for 3. Back comes Allen. Pierce pulls it up from downtown. Deflected out, and last touched by Howard. So Boston maintains possession. The Celtics at 54-13, best record in the NBA. They have won 13 of their last 14 games. They have the best road record in the league at 25-8. They've won 7 straight away from home. Rondo, his shot has been off. 0 for 4 for Rondo. Dallas with Nowitzky, Dampier, Howard up front, Kidd and Stackhouse in the backcourt. Perkins defending on Nowitzky, and then Rondo came over to swipe it. Allen with that hesitation move, called for the offensive foul.
Well, he thought he was going to get Josh Howard up in the air with the hesitation move right there. Ray Allen really should have just pulled up for the 3. He was trying to get inside of Josh Howard right here. Josh does a good job of moving his feet and taking the charge.
Ball back to Dallas. The Mavericks at 44-24. They have won 5 of the last 6, but they come off a poor performance here at home against the Lakers, down by as many as 25 in the third. They did get back into it, had a shot to win it on a 3-point attempt by Nowitzky in the final second. Nice move by Stackhouse. Mavericks now lead 52-49. Stackhouse with his first point since back in the first quarter. Garnett working on Nowitzky. Dampier over to help. Allen to 3. And Kidd fires down. Here's Nowitzky with Pierce back. Pierce got a piece of it. Nicely done, and last touch by Dallas.
Transition defense by the Celtics. Paul Pierce doing a good job of getting back on the play, making sure it's a tough shot for Dirk Nowitzky.
The wall. Rejected by Dampier. Stackhouse looking for help, looking for a pick. Here's Kidd for three, way off. Earlier not looking for that shot. Rondo to the reverse. Oh, Nowitzky had it knocked aside. He thought he was hit. Allen is open for three. Nowitzky rebound. This time protecting, holding it away from Rondo. Stackhouse sets his feet for three, and he is way off. It is deflected out. The ball back to the Celtics.
Well, both teams are getting some wide open looks. Ray Allen, a wide open three. Can't believe he missed that. And Jerry Stackhouse in the opposite corner. You got to think this pace really favors the Dallas Mavericks. They kind of want a frenetic as well as...
Oh, Pierce wasn't looking. He was talking to a teammate. Dallas took advantage and a foul is called on Rondo and then able to hold up Howard, preventing the fall.
And like I said, those are the knocks on Rondo right there. He's not understanding where everyone's at and the set that they're in as he speaks with Doc Rivers, and he just inadvertently throws the ball over to Paul Pierce, who's trying to get everyone in to their offensive set.
Second foul on Rondo. This has not been one of his better performances with 5 turnovers. This after the big build-up right at the start of the game that we provided for Rondo's played very well, obviously, throughout the season.
Well, on this recent road trip, he played well in Milwaukee, the 2 games against San Antonio as well as Houston. Played fantastic, steadied the pace.
Mavericks with a 5-point lead.
And you were the one that kind of
yes, it was. Well, I brought you into it. You were nodding. Maybe nodding off. Rondo cannot find the hoop. He is 0 for 6 from the field. Kid not even looking to shoot. Now he does for 3. And again, way off. That was deflected. I think.
No, that was not deflected. That wasn't even close. And right now, offensively, Jason Kidd is struggling, especially with his outside shot, because he didn't want to take the first shot. He threw it over to Jerry Stackhouse. He throws it back, and this is 2 feet short and 3 feet wide.
4 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Garnett with the bank. Celtics move within 3. Now, there's no question Jason Kidd is a future Hall of Famer, one of the great point guards in the history of the game, but not a good shooter. He's never been a good shooter. At times, yes, at times he has been able to get on streaks, usually from downtown. Stackhouse lost it. So the ball back to Boston. There have been times where Kidd, during the course of his career, has had some explosive games, doing it both from the outside and off the drive. Pierce is fouled, but you can see he, as Stackhouse called on the foul, he lacks confidence in the shot, although when he first came to Dallas, he was hitting the 3-point shot.
Well, he was getting his legs set, and it looks like right now, he's rushing his shot, but you got to understand the defense is going to let Jason Kidd shoot until he can prove that he can knock him down on a consistent basis.
A reminder, you can log on to TNT Overtime on NBA.com for Reggie's Mailbag and ask Reggie another question on any subject, ranging from moving without the ball to his over-the-top biased analysis of UCLA's title chances. TNT Overtime at NBA.com, where you can get TNT NBA Thursday 7 days a week.
Do you think Coach Collins was really sweating that Duke winning only by 1 point tonight against Belmont?
Yes, so Doug Collins does have family ties with the Blue Devils. That will count, and the foul. Dampier's played well, and He'll head to the line. The foul is on Pierce.
Jason Kidd looking over the defense right here. Eric Dampier making himself wide, but more importantly, getting deep position down low.
7 assists, 7 rebounds for Kidd. Getting back to Doug Collins, his son Chris, an assistant on Mike Krzyzewski's staff. Dampier way off on that free throw. Doug has become a Duke groupie.
Yes, he is. One of those Cameron plays.
Yes, he's been on hand for a good portion of the schedule. Mavericks up by 3. Allen got the step and got it over Dampier. Eric Dampier has been very active tonight. 14 points for Ray Allen. Howard makes the turn, but Allen was able to recover. Kidd shoots for 3. And it is rebounded by Perkins. Nice step back by Pierce. Could not take advantage. Kidd with the rebound. Pushing it down. Nowitzky. Nowitzky off a gorgeous move.
Nice pull move in the lane by Dirk Nowitzky. Kevin Garnett was going one way. He understood that, pulled, and got a wide open layup.
14 points, 12 rebounds for Nowitzky. Garnett took advantage of the overplay by Dampier, and he is headed to the free throw line. Foul on Dampier. That's his second. Let's go to Craig Sager.
Well, Jason Kidd has been trying to fit in, but he knows he needs to be more productive from a point standpoint. He was in here earlier tonight, 3 hours ahead of time. He and Mario Elie changed their pregame routine. It's the first time he actually shot on the floor here at the American Airlines Arena before the game. In the past, he's been warming up in the locker room, stretching, and then going down to the practice court. But today, he tried to change things up to see if he could find his shooting touch.
Mario Elie, another guy with lots of playoff experience. An assistant coach under Avery Johnson, sitting next to Paul Westphal, the one-time Boston Celtic, one-time head coach of the Phoenix Suns, member of the Celtic championship team back in 1974. Paul, a pretty good player, a 5-time All-Star.
And when I had moved to Malibu 7 years ago, he was the coach of the Pepperdine Waves and invited me up many times to work out with the guys up there at Pepperdine.
He just wanted to see your house in Malibu. Ulterior motives. Foul is on Garnett. And Dampier will go to the line with just under 6 remaining in the third. And the Mavericks up by 1.
Dirk Nowitzky in the open court. Jason Kidd finds him. Kevin Garnett goes one way, he goes the other. Easy lay-in. Dirk Nowitzky.
Year-old Pybus won the opportunity to take Stackhouse to school after writing an essay about how to get your favorite player to a school and why he loves the Dallas Mavericks so much. Stackhouse signed autographs, did a little singing, talked to the players, and showed once again that the NBA cares. The NBA is where caring happens. Mark?
Craig say a little singing.
American Idol?
Well, he is. You know,
yes.
Talent. He has sung the national anthem
I've
on
heard
a number of occasions.
On a few occasions, but entertaining the kids. I like. Where's Simon Cowell when you need him?
59-57, Mavericks. Dampier hits 1 of 2 at the line. Rajon Rondo at the point. We've seen some of Sam Cassell at the point guard position. Tony Allen sitting out tonight. Took that fall the other day and has a stiff back. Allen is fouled. He was sandwiched. So Ray Allen will go to the line. But Tony Allen, Tuesday night in the game against the Rockets, came down hard on his back, the result of a flagrant foul by Luis Scola. And Doc Rivers said he wanted to play it safe, so Tony sitting it out with the bruised back. Ray Allen, one of the great free throw shooters in the NBA, among the leaders at the line at 91%.
He's a pure shooter. You know, a lot of people always compare my game to Ray Allen's game. I try to tell people Ray's probably a better ball handler, especially in the pick and roll situation. And I was probably better coming off screens. But I definitely believe he's going to, at some point in time, be the all-time three-point shooter.
He is making a move in that department. You are number one. Both of you putting on lots of miles every game. A lot of running. Howard hits it down. Josh Howard has given the Mavs a 61-59 lead. He has 20 points. One of his better games as of late. There's Rondo. And continues to struggle. 0 for 7. Nowitzky. Perkins made a big hard, but very difficult shot by Dirk Nowitzky. He has 16 points. Here's Garnett. Got to go glass. Knocked out of bounds. The last touch by Garnett.
And there is no way that Kendrick Perkins can guard Dirk Nowitzky. He was settling for the jump shot in the first half. Does a good job of moving Perkins' feet and finding the angle for the wide open shot.
Jason Terry is back, so Terry and Kidd at the guards. Nowitzky, Dampier, and Howard up front.
Well, let's see if Jason Terry can get it going offensively. He's 0 for 4 for the night, averaging 15 points coming into tonight.
Kidd came up short on that drive. Here's Pierce, stopped by Terry. And Kidd is called for the reach-in, looking for the steal against Pierce. That's 3 fouls on Kidd.
Now look at the luxury that Doc Rivers has. Rondo struggling tonight, 0 for 7, no points. You bring in the veteran Sam Cassell. You understand he's more offensive oriented than Rondo. Let's see offensively from that point guard situation, Sam can get it going for the Celtics.
Sam Cassell, 38 years old, in his 15th NBA season. Only his 6th game as a member of the Celtics. Ron Lewis come on out for Dallas. He's defending on Cassell. Garnett. Loose ball foul is called on Perkins.
Perkins and Dirk tangling it up underneath the basket, trying to come up with the defensive rebound.
14 foul on Boston. Same for Dallas. Perkins with his 3rd. Avery Johnson now has Lou at the point. Lou and Terry at the guards with Nowitzky, Howard, and Dampier up front. Here's Dampier. He is fouled. He's been so active at both ends. That time, a nice lead pass thrown by Lou. So that'll put Dampier at the line. The foul is called on Ray Allen. That's his 2nd.
I really don't think I'm really seeing Dampier this active offensively, especially in the pick and roll situation. He sets a pick, he opens up and rolls correctly, but that's the correct call if I'm the Boston Celtics. Put Eric Dampier on the free throw line. He struggles from there.
Only a 58% free throw shooter, and 1 of 4 tonight. First one was soft, the second too strong. Celtics with the ball down by 4. Pierce played by Howard. Garnett picked him off. Here's Pierce. That's his shot. Hits on the fadeaway. He has 14, and the Dallas lead is now 2.
The body control by Paul Pierce. Takes the hit, stays focused, and square to the rim.
Here's Lou. And Perkins fouled by Dampier. Dallas over the limit. So Kendrick Perkins, who also has his ups and downs at the line, will shoot 2. Perkins only a 62% free throw shooter. Perkins done a good job, though. 7.7 rebounds for the season, just 23 years old. Originally a first-round pick of Memphis. His draft rights traded to Boston. Drafted out of high school in Beaumont, Texas. National coverage of the NBA continues tomorrow on NBA TV. The Nuggets and the Nets starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Sunday on ABC, it's these Mavericks facing the Spurs. And then Sunday night on ESPN, Pistons and Wizards starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time.
How big is that game for Denver as well as New Jersey? Both teams at the bottom trying to solidify themselves, trying to get into the playoffs.
Nets chasing the Atlanta Hawks, trying to stay ahead of the Chicago Bulls. Actually, the Nets, by virtue of the tiebreaker, have the nod on Atlanta for that 8th spot. Denver trying to get in the top 8 in the Western Conference. Here comes Nowitzky. Cherry puts the move on Allen. Back to Nowitzky. He scores. Mavericks 65. Celtics 62. Leon Poe is back on the floor. Played well in the first half. Allen, yes, he went left to right, and hits.
And like I said, Sam Cassell doesn't know all the stats, and he really deferred to Ray Allen on that pick and roll situation.
18 points for Allen. Boston is within 1. Nowitzki setting the screen. Terry gives it right back. Nowitzki, yes. Points for Nowitzki. Dirk also has 16 rebounds. The Celtics hit on a reach-in by Lou. Both teams over the foul limit, so Cassell will go to the line. When we come back, a timeout is called.
Ray Allen using the pick and roll, getting into the lane, shooting over Dirk. And Dirk keeping his team alive offensively. Pick and pop. Mavericks up by 3. Kevin Garnett's probably a lock for the first team all defense. I was wondering, when's the last time a Celtic was on the all first team defense? All right. Kevin McHale.
Wow, 87-88.
We went back in the archives for that one. Kevin McHale, which everyone thought of Kevin McHale as a great offensive player, and Charles can attest to this because he says Kevin McHale was the greatest offensive player he ever played against at the 4 position. But defensively, Kevin was fantastic.
Once again, you deliver entertainment and information.
Doing my job, Marvelous. Just doing my job.
So Sam Cassell at the line, cutting the Dallas lead to 2. Kevin Garnett taking a seat. Jay Brown has checked in, as has James Posey. Minute 25 left. Third quarter. Marv Albert, Reggie Miller, Craig Sager. First of our TNT doubleheader. And a good twin bill. Lakers in Utah coming up next from Salt Lake City. Here's Terry. Rebounded by Malik Allen, who's been getting more playing time as of late.
That last play was specifically for Jason Terry to try to get him going. Now 0 for 5 from the field and a turnover, trying to come off the pick and roll with Malik Allen.
So Boston gets it back with a minute left in this third quarter. Celtics at 54-13, best record in the NBA. They have won 13 of their last 14. Shot by Brown, rebounded by Terry. Brandon Bass has come on, as has Devin George. Howard gets it out to George. Terry is open for 3. 70-66, Dallas. And let's see if Jason Terry can get going off that jump shot. 6-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Allen puts a move on Howard, and is rejected by Malik Allen. 1 on the shot clock. Here's Poe firing. Final seconds of the third. Howard to the spin, and should have taken the shot. He lost sight of the shot clock. So that is the end of the third quarter. The Mavericks 70, the Celtics 66. We'll be back to Dallas, Texas in a moment.
They should be well rested. They didn't have a full practice yesterday, so they should have lots of energy.
With Kevin Garnett and the Celtics paying so much attention to Dirk Nowitzky, how do you get him open in the fourth quarter?
Well, it's a tough job. They're sitting 3 men in his lap, and we're going to have to knock down some shots on the weak side or try to get the ball back to him after we swing it a couple of times.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, that was a good look. The last play for Jason Terry knocking down that weak side shot is what Avery Johnson is talking about. But as Poe gets the tip back. But offensively, I'm surprised that Avery is really short in the rotation on this bench. I think as we talked at the top of the show, when Mark Cuban was talking about Avery Johnson not playing Brandon Bass a lot of minutes, you got to see how this develops.
Well, here is Bass. Rebounded by Posey. Fourth quarter just underway. Mavericks have a 2-point lead. Doc Rivers has a backcourt of Cassell and House. Up front, Posey, Poe, and Brown. So he's going with a second unit. All 5 starters sitting down. Cassell way off. And Terry on the run. He had nowhere to go. Was turned back fast with the recovery. Evan George out there with Blake Allen, Terry Stackhouse. Terry was fouled and spun around, and Cassell apologizes as he committed the foul.
And Jason Terry's taking the right approach with Sam Cassell guarding him. He knows if he can continue to move, because Sam is not the same Sam Cassell of old. He's a little bit older, and it's tougher for him to cover a guy like Jason Terry when he's running off the pick.
Sam at 38 years of age. Shot clock down to 6. Bass. And Bass hits the rainbow. He has 7 points. Mavericks lead by 4.
Welcome inside. We know the Mavs 27-0 when they're leading coming into the fourth quarter. But they're 0-6 against teams versus 500 or more since the Jason Kidd trade.
Here's House for 3. Rebounded by Bass. Stackhouse pulls it back on House. Bass. Very close to a travel. Instead, it counts at the foul. Celtics thought he shuffled his feet as he pulled it back.
This is the energy that Avery Johnson's been looking from his bench players. Brandon Bass does a good job of shuffling his feet, but it's not being called, and gets the N1.
Foul committed by Poe. Brandon Bass, over the first part of the season, did a superb job off the bench, cooled off somewhat, and has contributed here tonight. He scored the last 5 points for the Mavericks, has 10 in all. Dallas up by 7.
It's not cooled off, it's called a videotape. People were watching tape on him.
Offensive foul is on House. I would think very shortly Doc Rivers will make some changes. This is the second unit that Dallas is doing some damage against. They're up by 7 with the ball. Paul Pierce, in fact, getting set to come out. Here's a steal by House. Pushes it ahead, and Cassell is blocked. However, on the follow, Posey was able to hit and through the foul. What a play by James Posey.
Posey did a good job of following up, but I think Steve Javie had the call on Sam Cassell when he was going in for the layup. The foul on Jerry Stackhouse with the body. You see all the green jerseys. And yes, there was a foul on the tip-in with James Posey.
So the basket counts. And Posey at the line looking for his 7th point.
And for some reason, Devin George was yelling at the Mavericks bench. I don't know if it was towards Avery Johnson or someone on there on the play that just happened.
Foul committed by Bass. 3-point play by Posey. And it brings Boston within 4. Now Paul Pierce has returned. It's been an excellent game for Pierce. Cut off Terry, and he lost it. Good job by the Celtics. Terry turns it over again. Paul Pierce, 14 points, 10 rebounds, and a season high of 3 blocked shots. They double up on Pierce. Gets it inside, and a foul is called. Malik Allen not allowing the shot attempt by Poe.
You know, there's no panic in these Boston Celtics. You know, Boston goes on a little run, and with the second unit on the floor, and in comes Paul Pierce, and he mans the ship and understands that we've been in this situation time and time and again.
Poe, a 71% free throw shooter. Looking ahead, next Thursday, the NBA on TNT continues with another doubleheader. The Mavericks go up against the Nuggets out in Denver. That'll be the first of two, followed by the Blazers and the Warriors in the nightcap. Coverage starts 8 o'clock Eastern Time right here. 3 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. Marv Albert, Reggie Miller, Craig Sager are in Dallas, and the Mavs have a 75-72 lead on the Celtics. This is the second and final meeting of the regular season between these two clubs. Terry comes up short, kept alive. Here's Bass, and rebounded by Pierce. Back in late January in Boston, the Celtics beat the Mavs 96-90. Pierce is fouled, and he will shoot two. Foul on Malik Allen, and that leads to a timeout. 8.5 to play in the are even, and looking to make it a sweep of the Texas Triangle. Celtics last won here in Dallas March of 2000. Mavericks have won the last 7. Certainly over that stretch, the Celtics have had some rough seasons, including last year when they were 24-58. And at the moment, 54 wins and counting. Trying to make it 14 of their last 15. They're now within 2 points. Early fourth quarter as Pierce knocks down both.
I like the focus of the Celtics because, especially during adverse times, they're 9-5 on the road when they shoot less than 45%. And right now they're only shooting 35%.
Chris Howard extending the Dallas lead to 3. Avery Johnson reinserting Jason Kidd. Sam Cassell remains on the floor. Kevin Garnett getting set to check back in. Pierce. Nice handoff, but Poe could not score. Nowitzky's pass behind Stackhouse. Garnett being waved on, replacing P.J. Brown.
I like what Doc has done. He's done a good job of spacing out the minutes for his big 3. Now the big ticket is coming in with a little under 8 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Celtics will not play until Saturday night. They'll be in the Big Easy going up against the Hornets, followed by 4 straight at home and 5 of the next 6 back in Boston. Garnett. Nowitzky rebound.
I like your lingo. They'll be where? In the Big Easy?
Big Easy.
Okay.
The Crescent City, would you prefer?
I just like it.
There's Howard on a step back. And a foul is called. Dampier on that foul had the refs on Paul Pierce and a technical foul.
Dan was a little bit upset because he felt that Paul Pierce was holding him. But he really had Paul Pierce hooked under his left arm and was trying to get the rebound after Javi made the initial call, had words with him, and that's why the technical resulted.
So personal foul on Dampier and a technical. Paul Pierce, an 85% free throw shooter, hits the tee.
And you see the shot goes up, and look at Dam's left arm is kind of just hooking Paul Pierce as he's trying to block out the center.
And And that was number 4 on Dan Pierce, former teammate of yours as a member of the Pacers.
He was a little raw underneath when we got him, drafted him in Indiana.
That's a blocking foul. And Stackhouse upset, walks away, and being shielded by Nowitzky to avoid yet another technical on Dallas.
Well, Paul Pierce has really taken it upon himself in this second half to really get offensively the Celtics going. Right there, you see the little trip there as he tries to go baseline. But bonus now for the Celtics for the remainder of this fourth quarter.
Dallas over the limit. Pierce, a guy who spends lots of time at the free-throw line. He's now 6 for 6. The Celtics within 1.
2 of 13 for the Mavericks from the point guard position in Jason Kidd and Jason Terry. Let's see if offensively Jason Kidd can make one of these outside shots. They're going to leave them open.
Not a good night for point guard shooting. The combination of Kidd and Rondo, 1 of 13. Rondo 0 for 7. Kidd is 1 of 6. Howard fires it out. Stackhouse is open for 3. Dallas 80, Boston 77.
Good recognition there by Jason Kidd. Touch pass over to a wide open Jerry Stackhouse.
The call is made away from the ball as Howard was involved with Pierce. For Howard, a second.
And that's the advantage you get when you're in the bonus early. Paul Pierce going to the free throw line, but the double team comes out. Jason Kidd finds a wide open Jerry Stackhouse for his 9th assist.
Make it 8 for 8 for Pierce. At the line, Kendrick Perkins will check in, coming out for Leon Poe. Doc Rivers slowly getting the starting lineup back on the floor. The Dallas lead is 1. Pierce with the last 7 points for the Celtics, all at the foul line. Coming up on 6.5 remaining in this fourth quarter. Nowitzky played by Perkins.
Settled. In the first half, he settled for jump shots. He wasn't going. In the second half, he moved Kendrick Perkins and got the angle and made the shots. He's got to be able to move Kendrick Perkins.
That pass deflected. Boston maintains possession.
Paul Pierce making sure that the Celtics get to the bonus early, and right here he's trying to post up against Josh Howard, gets the foul right there, and this is a guy that's been obviously in the league a long time, understands what the context and what the officials are going to call.
Garnett, yes. A long jumper from Garnett, who has 16 points. And the Celtics have the lead for the first time in this second half with 6 minutes to play. They're up by 1.
And Jason Kidd had an alley to the basket and wasn't even looking at it.
Nowitzky. Rebounded by Garnett.
Celtic team just wears you down defensively. They wear on you.
Posey for 3. Yes. James Posey from downtown, and Avery Johnson wants to talk. 10 points for Posey, 6 of the 10 here in the fourth quarter.
Well, you're going to double down on the big ticket. You're going to have shooters on the weak side. Sam Cassell does a good job of touch passing to James Posey for the wide open 3.
Catch up on Tyler Perry's House of Pain, Wednesdays at 9, followed by brand new episodes at 10 on TBS.
Reggie, a moment ago you were talking about the excellent defense by the Boston Celtics. You see Tom Thibodeau, associate head coach, longtime assistant with Jeff Van Gundy in New York and Houston, and Doc Rivers gives him the credit As you see, the Celtic defense ranked first in opposition scoring, field goal percentage, in a host of defensive categories.
With the number of jobs potentially opening up this summer, his name has to be at the top of the list.
Stackhouse checking the clock and then fires. And scores from way downtown. The Celtics now lead 84-83. Stackhouse has 17. Boston is on a 16-5 run. They trailed by 7 and then took command over the last 4 minutes. Now a 1-point lead for the Celtics. Vassell given the shot, passed up on it. Garnett takes it. Yes. Kevin Garnett with 18 points.
Nice recognition right there. Sam Cassell could have easily took that wide open shot, recognizing his best player was wide open, get the ball to the big ticket.
4.5 remaining in the fourth. Foul on Perkins. And for the Celtics, only their third team foul. Now it goes in.
But how about Doc Rivers going with the veteran Sam Cassell at point guard? Rajon Rondo struggling all night. 0 for 7, 6 turnovers. Let's go with the 38. Who's going to get it done for us?
Oh, look out, as Garnett was chest to chest with Nowitzky, and the foul is called on Garnett. Sam Cassell asking for the ball from Nowitzky, and he's ushered aside by Steve Javy. Another look as the contact was made.
And Mark Wunderlich is saying it's the first foul. The first foul when he crowded him. It wasn't the second. Yes, that was a foul on Dirk Nowitzky the second time around, but it's the first foul where he got him.
14th foul on the Celtics. Shot clock to 4. Nowitzky lost it. The steal by Pierce. Kidd is back. Pierce. Oh, he's taken down by Kidd.
Jason Kidd thought he had all ball as he and Paul Pierce were going down. Quick pocket there by Paul Pierce in the open floor.
And that's number 4 on Kidd. Pierce taken up, but he's all right. Looked like he landed on his wrist. Paul Pierce, 9 for 9 at the line. Celtics now 25 for 28 at the foul line.
How about that? 10 more free throws on the road in another tough Southwest Division team, the Dallas Mavericks. The Celtics 7-0 against the Southwest Division this year, arguably the toughest division in this league.
Good denial by Garnett. Another Celtic steal. Here's Pierce to Garnett. And a loose ball foul on Garnett as Howard hit the deck. To Garnett. Now they say Pierce.
And Garnett can't believe that he did not get the call on this layup. He does a good job of coming up with the steal. Just missed a wide open opportunity right there.
It is on Pierce. That is his second. So Boston is now over the foul limit, and Howard will go to the line. He's 4 for 4 at the line. Howard, an 80% free throw shooter. The Celtics up by 3.
We don't know what's going on with Ray Allen in that jammed ankle. Played a lot of minutes in that first half and a few minutes in the third quarter, but we haven't seen him on the floor at all in this fourth.
Doc Rivers staying with Sam Cassell and James Posey at the guards. Garnett back to Cassell. Here's Garnett. And the long rebound handled by Pierce. For 3. Deflected out by Perkins. So the ball back to Dallas. Mavericks quick on the transition. Dampier is fouled. Jason Kidd fighting Eric Dampier, who will head to the line. Now, Boston did get back, but it looked like Dampier had the step as he hustled down court, and the foul charged to Perkins. That is his fifth.
Well, Jason Kidd did a good job of getting the ball out of bounds quickly. You see all the Celtics have their back to the basket. Jason Kidd gets it up quickly, finds a wide open Eric Dampier. Good foul by Perkins, sending a 58% free throw shooter to the line.
Dampier only 1 of 5 tonight. Dallas within 1. Mavericks in the number 7 spot in the West, half game behind 6th place San Antonio, only a game and a half over the 8th place Golden State Warriors. The Mavs only 2.5 behind the first place Lakers and Hornets. Garnett. Good job defensively by Dallas, and Dampier was able to stay away from committing a foul. Here's Kidd, got the step, and was turned back. Kidd thought he was fouled. Cassell for 3. Sam hit a big three-pointer in the final minute against San Antonio on that comeback win. A couple of games back for the Celtics. Timeout Dallas. We're down to 2 minutes, 22 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Boston with an 87, 86.
Players there is, he can defend, he can shoot, he can pass, and he can block shots, and he's just a great all-around player.
Dirk's numbers tonight: 20 points, 18 rebounds, although he has not scored in this fourth quarter. And Garnett with 18 and 10. And down the stretch, they are matched up against each other. Earlier, we saw quite a bit of Kendrick Perkins defending against Dirk Nowitzky. It's a 1-point lead for the Celtics. Nowitzky with a save, but Garnett is on it. Here's Pierce, Stackhouse back, and a foul, blocking foul on Stackhouse. Once again, Paul Pierce heads to the line. We'll head to our Atlanta studios. Let's check in with Ernie Johnson. Ernie.
Yeah, thank you, Marv. Still to come tonight, Game 2 of our doubleheader. Kobe Bryant and the Lakers with a win in Utah, but not only snapped the Jazz 19-game home winning streak, they would move to the top of that ever-changing Western Conference heat just by a whisper over New Orleans. That's Game 2 coming up when you guys are done in Dallas. Take it away.
All right, thank you, Ernie. Paul Pierce missing on his first, so he has missed 2 of his last 3 and 10 of 12 for the night. Misses on both.
Made his first 9 in a row. Missed his last 3 out of 4.
Just under 2 remaining in the fourth. Dallas with the ball, down by 1. Foul on Perkins. That'll put Nowitzky at the line for 2. Both clubs are over the foul limit. Kendrick Perkins with number 6.
And I know KG has been playing Dirk Nowitzky fantastic in this fourth quarter, but you can't switch this if you're Kendrick Perkins. And I know that Doc wants to keep Kevin Garnett on Dirk Nowitzky right there, but he comes up with the switch, and Perkins, a little bit eager on the defensive end, picks up his 6th foul.
5 points, 6 rebounds. And Matt, who grew up in Beaumont, Texas. Nowitzky, his first point of the fourth quarter. He is 5 of 5 at the line. The game is tied at 87. But it hurt the Mavs in this fourth quarter. The turnover category, they've committed 6. Boston only 1, but Dallas now has a 1-point lead. Ray Allen back on the floor. Ray hasn't played in quite some time. Garnett. Rebound, Nowitzky. Minute and a half to go in the fourth.
Doc has elected to go small so they can switch everything on the perimeter.
Nowitzky. Garnett able to handle it. Doc Rivers wants a timeout. Just wanted the Celtics to get into the front court. A minute 10 left in the fourth. Boston down by 1. A minute 10 left in the fourth. You see timeouts remaining. Both clubs are over the foul limit. Celtics have 2 20s. Dallas a full and a 20.
Well, I'm going to look for the Boston Celtics to try to get into some type of high pick and roll with Kevin Garnett rolling down the middle. Now, obviously, they've gone small, so they have a lot of shooters with Posey, Cassell, Allen, Pierce. Everyone's going to converge on Kevin Garnett. Be careful of the wide open shot by the Boston Celtics.
Pierce will throw it in. Pierce puts a move on Howard. There's Garnett. Rebound Kidd. Final minute of play. Dallas up by 1 with the ball. Stackhouse. Howard passed on the outside shot. Stackhouse. Kidd before the shot clock. And back comes Allen. Kidd races back. 2-on-1. The pass to Cassell is broken up. Kidd got a piece of it, and it's deflected out by the Mavericks. Boston wants another timeout.
Golden opportunity for the Celtics. They had a 2-on-1. A missed play right there by Ray Allen.
So we're down to 33 seconds with 20 on the shot clock for the Celtics when we come back. The lead by 1. Celtics now with 1 timeout left. Mavericks have the full and a 20. Both teams over the foul limit. 33 seconds to play in this fourth quarter. 13-second differential. Allen for 3. Yes! Ray Allen with a clutch three-pointer. Boston up 90-88. 7-second differential. Nowitzky to the rim. He thought he was fouled. Boston in possession. And the foul is given by Kidd. That'll put Posey at the line.
Well, Dirk did the right thing by taking it to the basket, but look at Ray Allen coming off a series of picks for the wide open 3. He had been sitting over there the whole fourth quarter, and Dirk, as I said, he did the right thing by trying to attack the basket. But the big ticket coming over, there was no contact really.
James Posey, 1 for 1 at the line. And a 79% free throw shooter. So the Celtics now lead by 3. Trying to make it 8 straight wins on the road. That's the best road record in the league. Trying to win here in Dallas for the first time since March of 2000. Dallas has won the last 7. And seeking win number 55 on the season as Posey knocks down both. It's a 4-point Celtic lead. Posey with 8 of his 12 down the stretch in this fourth quarter. Timeout, Dallas. We'll be right back.
Watch for the quick hitter out of bounds for Dirk Nowitzky. You've got to try to go for the 3 now. You don't have enough timeouts.
And Kidd had the ball knocked away. Last touch by Boston. Mavericks will throw in once again. 13 3/10 seconds to go. Now Howard will inbound. Here's Nowitzky. Well, they're going for the 2. And they get it on a follow by Dampier with 9 seconds. They must foul right here as Allen comes across, takes a bump. Foul on Howard. Ray Allen, an outstanding free throw shooter, among the top in the league. 4 for 4 tonight.
If I'm Dirk Nowitzky, I got to say to myself, what do I got to do to get a call when I go to the hoop? Bam does a good job of the follow back.
Well, apparently they say no foul. That ball was deflected out of bounds. And Posey will throw in with 6 7/10 seconds remaining. Howard was actually trying to foul. Now the foul is given by Terry running into Garnett.
Garnett hasn't been shooting the ball from the free throw line particularly well. 53% on the year. That's down for him. He's normally a 75% free throw shooter. Oh, excuse me, 78%.
And 4 for 4 tonight. Clock reset. 5 6/10 seconds to go. Mavericks do have a timeout remaining. Celtics lead 93-90. So Garnett with the clutch free throws, and Avery Johnson will use his final timeout with Dallas now trailing Boston by 4. All 3 in Texas. A sweep of the Texas Triangle coming up unless there is a miraculous finish here by Dallas.
Well, this was a measuring stick for the Celtics. Everyone was wondering when they went out west and had to go through the Texas Triangle. They're coming up 3-0 on them.
And on this road trip, and this is game 4 of the 5-game swing, Boston on its way to 4 out of 4. They finish against the Hornets in New Orleans on Saturday night. Paul Pierce with a terrific game. 22 points, 13 rebounds, 3 block shots. Kevin Garnett, 20 and 12. Ray Allen with 21, including that huge 3 a moment ago. Here's Terry from downtown, and that will wrap it. The Boston Celtics defeating the Dallas Mavericks 94-90, and once again, the Mavericks not able to beat a quality team. 0-7 now against teams 500 or better, and they are now 44-25, while the Celtics go to 55-13. They have won 14 of their last 15 games. Final score again, Celtics 94, Mavericks 90. For Reggie Miller, Craig Sager, I'm Marv Albert. You're watching TNT, home of the Western Conference Finals. 20 apiece for Pierce and Garnett. Allen with 21. Dallas led by Josh Howard with 24. Dirk Nowitzky 22 and 9.